Yo, 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 it's your boy Melcast for show. And right now we're going to talk about some hip hop. Yo, I'm going to take you back, take you forward, and bring you to present day right now. So a lot of people that don't know ish about breaking are talking about breaking for the first time. They saw what they saw and they're like, ooh, this and that and this and that, this and that, and not understanding really what it's about. And it's funny because a lot of people trying to Fox News this shit and trying to find videos of oh girl where she looked better and this and that, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. The point is this here. You could say it was an off day, but no, it wasn't an off day. All right. It just was what it was. But to me, that was just a little blip. That was just a couple rounds. The bigger picture here is how awesome and how incredibly these B-boys and B-girls performed from all over the world and represented in the Olympics for the first time. And that, to me, is what matters. But I get it. All publicity is good publicity. But the real issue is, for me, still, is that it's not slated to be in 2028 Olympics. And that's where we need to put the pressure. We need to let the people know that, hey, we need to have this back and represented in the Olympics in 2028. Because right now it's not slated to be, and it's in America where it was birthed. So that makes no sense to me. There's a lot of like hidey-tidy, hoity-toity kind of weirdo stuff going on over there, and they didn't have it slated in 2023. So they had already decided not to continue breaking in the Olympics before the event actually happened. And so that kind of ticked me off in the very beginning when I heard about it, because I got brothers out here that were going through these competitions. So anyways, though, B-boys know, because B-boys know their history. Most B-boys know their, well, I'll say most B-boys. I'll say 9 out of 10 B-boys know their history. Unless you just learned in a class or something like that. If you learn from being in the streets, going to the jams, being in the scene, then you're going to know the backstories. You're going to know how this came about to be. You'll have met some of these pioneers, which I'm blessed to have been able to get these stories from the source themselves. And so I can share them with you. All right, so let's break this down. First off, hip hop. The DJ existed before hip hop. The music existed before hip hop. And B-boys existed before hip hop. Graffiti existed before hip hop. All these things existed before hip hop was. Now, they are all a part of the elements of hip hop today. However, they all had their own individual paths. So what happened here? We go to the lore and we go back to August 11th, 1973. DJ Kool Herc throws a party for his sister going back to school, right? Some people say they don't ever remember hearing about this party back in the day. Others say it was created after the fact to kind of put a stamp on it. You know? August 11th, 1973. DJ Kool Herc. Notice that in his parties, it got hyped and live when the break came in. And he started to notice that the B-boys would then go down, but they wouldn't until the break hit. And he's like, yo, I want my parties to be live all night. So he said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 2 turntables. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to extend the break. So that would go something like this. He played James Brown. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, right? Then he go into another break from another song. Boom, boom, into the break. But he continued that the whole night. So the party's hype and it's jumping. And people are like, yo, what is this? This is so fresh. Now, he's using records that already exist. But he's playing them in a way they had never been played before. If you have been to a Kool Herc party, which everyone back in the day, I know from the B-boy videos, because understand, B-boys are so about their history that they made videos to show you the history early on. So this is after Style Wars. You got the Freshest Kids. You got daggone, don't get me lying. I can't think of any names. Style Wars, Freshest Kids. Check those out. If you haven't seen them, look them up. Outstanding documentaries talking about, The Way of the B-Boy was another one. My boy Chad Ross and another brother from Germany worked on that one. They interviewed Grandmaster Caz and a bunch of other heads in that one. Just a lot of good information out there. And so it's there for you. But back to the story. Let me bring it back. So DJ Kool Herc's at the party. He got his man Coke LaRock, notably hip-hop's first MC, because normally Kool Herc would be on the mic doing his own toasting because he only had one turntable. But when he had two, he couldn't do both things at the same time. So he had his man Coke LaRock on the mic, hyping up the crowd, getting them going, doing toasting and whatnot, because he was from Jamaica, and that's part of the tradition there. So then comes along Grandmaster Flash. Grandmaster Flash creates the quick mix theory. He does a bunch of things that hadn't been done before. The man was a genius to me. He created the crossfader. He created the cue. So you gotta understand, these old decks don't look like they do today, and he never got paid for this, by the way. So I wish there was a way. I wish these fools would give this man whatever he wants. Sony, daggone Pioneer, techniques, because this man created an industry that you guys have been benefiting off of for over 50 years. And he hasn't gotten his due on that one, as far as me personally. But Grandmaster Flash created the cue. So he was able, if you hear him say it, he says, I got the present and I got the future, you know? So he's listening in to what the next break is going to be. But a couple things he did that changed the game was, one, he put a crayon to the record. So he was able to mark exactly where the break went. So now, Kool Herc would be more like a mashup, like bam, it's going to go and rock. This one's going to go and rock. It would be close, but it might not be perfect. Flash made it to where it would be perfect because he knew exactly where it was. And he counted the rotations backwards, the 16 rotations back, to get to where it would hit again. So he had it all figured out. He figured out the science of it. And so that is what is incorporated in all of these applications and the DAWs that we use and all of our controllers. But long story short, y'all, your history is important. You need to know this, especially if you support the culture. So Coke LaRock, first MC. It was Cowboy that's notably noticed for coining the term hip hop. One of his homies was going into the army and he was joking with him, saying, you know, they say left, right, left, right. He was like, you gonna be on that hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, right? And that shit stuck. So that stayed. Shout out to Michael Holman, you know, for what he did with the graffiti rock and showing these things at that time and getting it out to the public and being in that scene as a club owner and getting with all the people. He was in that, But yeah, man, so just, you got to know your history. You know, this thing is a miracle thing that was created, but it was not created from nothing. It was built on a peoples that have a deep and rich ancestry and a culture of connecting and building together. A lot of people are all saying, oh, it started from nothing in the Bronx. It was never from nothing, because the people were never from nothing. The people are of the people, and they are of the people that were before them. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't come from nothing, but it came out of a whole lot of poverty, you know, and a whole lot of oppression. You look at some of them videos of what it looked like in the 70s. That ish was not fresh. But now, B-boying in the Olympics. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters that went out there, all the B-girls and B-boys that went out there and did it right, man. I was loving seeing it. I was so happy to watch it. And I hope that we can put enough pressure on them to get it back again in 2028 so that more people can get down. That's it. It's your boy Melkez. I'm going to let y'all go because I'm not trying to preach to the choir. Most of you already know this, but I just feel like I had to say something because there's been so much going on. And if y'all want to contend with me, hey, fight me. I'm down to battle. Let's go. It's your boy Melkez. Peace.